order to pass this traffic rider. You see, in front of you there is a big fence. You see a rectangular place restored. You see, that place was the gym, the barrack of the gladiator, the Ludus Magnus. Okay, the gladiators, they used to warm up there, to train there before to enter the fight. Okay, so when they were ready, they used a tunnel that connect the gym to the Colosseum. Okay, so they use the tunnel to went inside the Colosseum for the fight. We still have the tunnel there, but it's impossible to visit. So the name of this gym is Ludus Magnus, in English means big game. Take a look here on the right, and you see the two levels of arches. And now you will see a little sector in this side that looked very new, because it was restored in the beginning of the 19th century. Now you will see that this sector is very, very completely different from the original monument. In fact, they stopped them to restore it. They only could make 8 little parts because they changed too much the original monument with this restored. You see? This is the center, right?
Oh, wow. Very modern.
Yeah, completely different. In fact, they stopped them. Well, they changed too much the monument. The Arch of the Triumph here, you see, massive block of marble, beautiful. And in front of you here you can see the Palatine Hill. You see the stratification, the layers built on the top. 1, 2, 3. That's Rome. That's the soul of Rome. Okay, and here we have after the traffic rider and aqueduct. You remember in the beginning we spoke about aqueduct. The emperor, they need to have this aqueduct to give water to everybody, big population, no? But also to maintain quite 1 million of people. Without the television, it wasn't easy. So they had to invent something. They invented free water. The free water with the aqueduct, they have a problem because they didn't have energy to carry the water inside the town. They only had the gravity force. So they invented this system. The aqueduct is a slide system that from the mountain that we have in the east side of Rome, 70 miles far away, carry the water inside the town, okay, with the gravity force. Okay. So try to imagine 70 miles of this aqueduct all in the inside of the town. Incredible. During the fire we had 11 aqueducts like this one. Today we still have 5 aqueducts original with the same line of water. Okay, we will see the most important of them in the end of the tour. Now I don't want to spoil it to you. Okay. Because now we are going to see something very, very incredible. We are going to see the Circus Maximus, the place that the Roman used for the chariot races. The Circus Maximus was the valley between these two hills, the Palatine and the Aventine Hill. Now you will see. Today it's completely different from the ancient time. We will speak about it. When we stop on the top of the other hill, okay, so you will take the picture. Because we don't have only the Circus Maximus, we have also the other side of the Palatine Hill. Very, very important ruins here. Now you will see. That was the Circus Maximus.
So this was the chariot races?
Yes, the place for the chariot races. Now we stop on the top of this hill. I will tell you some information about the ruins that we have in front and the Circus Maximus. We stop 1 second here. Okay, we can get off. And we go to see the Circus Maximus.
That is called walk.
Here we have a little corner of shade. We have a little corner of shade here.
A little bit of shade.
You want to stay there? Okay. Okay, come on. So the Circus Maximus. Now you see this place like with grass, like this, very. But this place before was completely different. All place to sit in marble, all staircases, big arches all around, and you see in the central square there were two obelisks carried from Egypt by the Emperor Augustus in one piece on the top of the ship. We will see later one of these obelisks. Okay, this was today you can still see very well the oval that they used for the chariot races. You see, the oval is long 1,800 feet, and they have to make the 7 laps to win. Okay. And they use war chariot with the 4 horses, bigger. So especially when they turn in the bend, they crash a lot, like if you have seen the movie, like the same. Okay. Now we use this place for public event. You see a big concert. Now we have 1 month of opera here. Traviata, Romeo and Juliet, also classic ballet there. Okay. So here we have concert with 100,000 persons. Okay.
Oh, wow.
But nothing compared with the Roman age. In the Roman age, we watched the chariot race here. There were 250,000 persons. Right in May.
In this space?
In this place, yes.
Wow.
All place to see, marble, no?
Wow.
All the marble of this place, the church used all the marble of this place to build St. Peter Church. If you go in St. Peter in these days, in the square in front of the dome of St. Peter, the church is right. This church was built with the marble of the Circus Maximus. At least they were honest. Okay, so, and now in front of us we have the last sector of the Palatine Hill. See, this is the imperial building, was the royal house of the emperor. Okay, and the first sector there with the big arches was the bathhouse of the emperor, where the aqueduct that we saw before arrived with the water. Okay, the Palatine Hill was Beverly Hills for the Romans. Okay, to make a comparison, the rich people that didn't live in the suburba with the fire problem, they live on the top of this hill. So on the top of this hill, we don't have only the institutional building like the imperial building, also the private houses of the rich people. Okay. Okay. So also here you have a geographic view of the ancient town, because before to have the technology to build aqueduct, the Roman to survive, they need the water of the Tiber River. Okay, the Tiber River is in the back of the stage technically. Okay, so all the four most ancient hills of the seven are around here, around the Tiber River. For another reason, because in the middle of the Tiber River there is a big island, the Tiberina Island. So it was a strategical place. It was easier to cross the river there. No little bridge, no long bridge. Okay, so it was a strategical place. So here we have the Palatine Hill, you know, the Aventine Hill where we are now, the Celio Hill there, okay, and the Capitol Hill, that is the big white building there. Okay. So all around the Tiber River. So welcome in ancient Rome. You like? Okay. Now, if you want to take a picture, come on.
No, let me do it with this phone though.